Hello everybody, this is Prince, and today is episode 8 of Road to Rank 1 with Kalgara. In today's video we have a game against Nami and a game against Goofy, Green Blue Luffy. They're pretty short, so we have a pretty short video today. Against Nami, our Raigo very much does come up. NL is honestly probably more impactful in that matchup, but we didn't see him on the curve that we needed to. So Raigo definitely helped because of that. Going in the future, the starter decks that are coming out and pretty soon, they will definitely make Kalgara a little worse because the decks RG Luffy and Mihawk are definitely going to get better. Mihawk, of course, is 6k leader since we are Slash, which is very unfortunate. Even though most of the time we are swinging 6s, they're only getting 1ks out instead of 2ks, which is definitely unfortunate. And they also get to play Luna and I Know You're Strong, and those cards are very, very strong against us. And then the other matchup, RG Luffy, again, they get to play Luna and I Know You're Strong, and those are really good. And their leader effect is very defensive, which means when we're trying to kill them, it's going to be very hard, even just getting cards out of hand or burning life. Nami is definitely good in that matchup, the 5-drop Nami, and NL is very much too, because they can't rest or they can't stun the NL, even though they can stun everything else with Luna. However, once they get the starter deck cards, we'll have the 7-cost Luffy, which will honestly make our NL useless. The 7-cost Luffy is this guy right here. If you have total 3 more Dawn cards, he gets Rush. And then on play, for every Straw Hat, he gets to give something -1. So most of the time, they'll have maybe 5, 6. This does count the leader and the stage. The stage makes your deck pretty consistent and always have Dawn. And this will just be able to let them clear our NL with also a 7-9 rusher. So yeah, the matchup does seem very, very bad going in the future. But we can play cards like Room. We did play this before. I think I talked about it in a previous video, but it lets us restand one of our guys that were, say, Luna'd. So this can definitely help against Mihawk and Archie, but I don't know if it'll be enough to beat those matchups. But yeah, that is all for me today. In the future, actually, I am going to be leaving my house for 3 weeks, so I will only be able to make videos maybe once or twice a week. So you're gonna have to bear with that. And once I get back, I will also most likely not be covering Kalgara as much. Once OP17 comes out, I will most likely be playing one of the green decks, Mihawk or Shanks. And if not, I might be playing whatever the new blue leader is. It's crazy we still haven't figured it out yet. But that's my plans for the future, and that is all from me today, so let's just get into the games. Alright, so our first game is against Nami. We are going first. We mulligan the first hand, and we do find a 3-drop Kalgara in the second hand. Line against Nami is going, it's what I'll do, but going first, you can swing 8 with the leader, play out the 3-drop with your leader effect, so that if they would want to swing 5 next turn, or even swing 9, when you use your leader effect next turn, you'll already be at 2 life, and the 5-cost Nami cannot burn you. We do find a wiper here though, which is nice, and we do open the game with Raigo, so we are going to try and Raigo his 10-cost Newgate when it comes out. I do believe here I pitched the Nolan. It's a pretty bad pitch. I really shouldn't have. I should just pitch like the Nami 2k or something. Since I know I'm gonna take this swing. If he swings, if he takes this one. Yeah, I really should have just pitched a 2k. I don't get punished, but I very much should have. We do see a Borso and an event on this search, which is quite unfortunate. We would like to have those later in the game. Now they are going to the bottom, so we'll just let them go. They are at 8 cards, which is important, which means I can take this without them wanting to, without letting them draw. I actually think they mess up here and swing the 5 first, because if they played a 4-drop first and then swung 5, I do believe they would have actually drawn a card. But yeah, since they didn't and they have 8 cards still, we're just gonna take it. They probably did not expect us to take it. But they should have done it first the other way anyways. Now on this turn, we're going to play our 5-drop Wiper into our Kalgara, get a card out of his hand, or actually we get 2 cards since he doesn't have Dawn on leader. I actually don't think I swing this 5k Kalgara. Kind of, I just blanked that he doesn't have Dawn on leader, which is absurd. Because I do believe he just gives me like 1-1, and I say he doesn't have leader effect, and then I just end up not swinging this other Kalgara. Yeah, I just pass. That's completely my fault. I should have swung the other 5k. I just realized that recording this game. But yeah. Now though, since we are at 2 life, since we leader effect twice and took the 1 swing, he cannot play his 5-drop Nami this turn. So he's probably just gonna play something else, maybe a 4 cost, really whatever. But now it is a question if I should take the swing or not. Since if I did have the Nolan, I would be very, very fine taking this swing. But since I don't, it's a little more questionable. If I do give him the 1k, that is my 8k Kalgara, I don't actually have anything to play with my leader effect for next turn. So I do end up just taking that one. And then yeah, he's just going to swing a 6. There's no point to defend this one now, since when I use my leader effect, I'm just going to take the life anyways. It's definitely an argument. I probably should have or could have just defended both of those swings so that since I didn't have a heal, I wouldn't be at 0 life already. But if I did have the heal, I think taking both of those was fine. Do end up top decking the Borso, which is great. We definitely needed that. And he's gonna make our turn so much better. We can swing 7/7 with the Kalgara and the leader and the character, and then play out the big Kalgara and play out the Borso. But yeah, that seems like it all. Oh, actually, swing a 6. I do guess I want to leave a Dawn up for the event. I think both would have been fine. Maybe I just want to leave Dawn up for event so I can make sure I stay at 1 life next turn. Because I don't actually have a heal in my hand yet. But I should have. I think swinging 7/7 also would have been fine. Because I don't believe I end up using an event this turn. Let's take this so we do get the draw. 7/7 would have been better, yes. But it's alright. His turn, he can play Gravity Blade or he can play Robin. I'm glad he plays Robin, because if he played Gravity Blade, I might have been sad. Robin does make it so he does have a body on board, but Gravity Blade bottom decking our 8k and our Borsalino would have been very, very bad. Now he's going to swing 6/6. We're going to defend this life, so we'll give him a 2, and then we can block 1 on the next swing. There we go. I probably should have realized I didn't need this event and swung 7, but it's alright. This turn, I don't actually have play that I wanted to do that's not the 3-cost Kalgara, so I could just swing a bunch and play the 3-cost and filter out. He's going to 10 next turn though, so this Raigo would be very, very good. Just not this turn, because then it would push us down to 0, and we'd rather just save it for the 10 cost. So yeah, just splitting the Dawn. If I pay 3 for the Kalgara, I won't be able to play the Nolan if I find it off of there. But we can just swing some 7s first to see if we can get him to take, and when he does take, we get to draw and see if we get a heal or a Beluffy. Those would also be pretty good cards this turn. Gives us leader effect here, and I actually think he takes this. He shouldn't leader effect until he needs to know he's gonna counter, but just take it, and he's not punished for getting the Piranha trigger, stunning our EK Kalgara. Definitely an argument to swing the Kalgara first, but honestly I did not expect him to take the first swing, since it was so small. Now we can swing Lear and the 5-cost Kalgara. We did end up drawing the Noland, so he can go to 2 life and then take one of those life and then play the Raigo next turn on his Newgate. Seems pretty good. So yeah, we're just gonna swing another 7. Oh, I actually did mess this turn up. I forgot to give the Wiper Dawn. Oh, maybe I don't mess this turn. I think I'll just play the Nolan first, and it should be fine. Because there's really nothing I want to leader effect out. I can just play the Nolan first, and then swing a 7. We're just gonna swing at the printer now. And yep, he lets it go, stunning our Boyslino. Since we only had 7 Dawn up, we're gonna pay 2-5 for this Noland. And I wouldn't be able to swing with the Boyslino anyways, unless it swung into his Corona. Now we can use Wiper Effect, swing a 7 at face. Probably gonna give us a 1 here, but he does actually take. I figured he was gonna give us a 1. But maybe he wants just cards in hand to defend for next turn. Since pretty much all these swings that I'm going to be swinging are all 7s, maybe an 8 with the vanilla. But yeah, the vanilla definitely does put work in this matchup because he will get cards out of your opponent's hand like crazy. This 8 we're just going to event. We need to keep this 5 cost on board. I did pitch a 5 cost earlier in the game, and right now would have been a fine time to actually have it, because I could let this go and then leader effect it back out and play the Rygo. Because I will most likely have to play this leader effect out, or sorry, I most likely have to play a body out, since he's going to since he is going to play the new gate, and I have to take a life so that my Rygo doesn't trash any of my life. This is always going to be a 2k. Now just deciding if I want to 2-1 the next swing or block, or just let the draw Kalgara go. I feel like letting it go would be like honestly the worst option of those there. We're going to give him 2 here, and then I might just block this. I wouldn't be mad with it at all. I think I'm settling for just playing the 3 cost out here this turn. Wiper would be better, or another vanilla. I do believe I top deck the Wiper. Yeah, I do get it. Stage would have been fine to find the vanilla. A second vanilla here would actually have been a lot of pressure, though I'm only playing 2 right now. So now doing the math, seeing how many swings I can get out, but definitely going to be a 7 with leader first. There is argument this game, at least earlier too, I could have killed the Kiku. I just don't like, since I need to kill him as fast as possible, giving him an extra life just seems pretty bad. No need to use the Wiper effect here, since I'm not going to swing at the Robin, and I'm not going to swing at the Kiku, and the new gate can block any swing. It would have to be this swing right now though, for him to do that. Though I can't tell if he can anticipate the Rygo coming, since not many lists actually play it. It's more of a tech option for this matchup specifically. So he's thinking about this. He already gave us the leader effect, so he just needs to give us someone here. Give us a Nami. Now we can pop his new gate with the Rygo. We have a full board, and we have 2 Dawn from the Wipers. So yep, we're going to swing a 7. And then I have the other Wiper effect to swing another 7. And then I have my vanilla to swing 8. I do think it's fine to swing the vanilla here, actually, on the next one. So you most likely will take it. But there's also the argument for if I swing a 7 and he takes it, I can just jam a 9 at his face, which would also be good. So yep, he just gives us a 2 there. And we're just trying to get out his life as fast as possible, or as soon. Make sure he can't extend this game for longer. If I put him to 0, even if he does go before Galdino, which would be very strong, we will be able to protect our board, and we'll have at least 5 swings into his 1 life, and probably only 4 or 5 cards, since he's not going to hit life, and if he does, we're just going to counter out to make sure he doesn't get an extra card. And then we also have the Zeus to kill the Borso. The 8 he's going to take, you could jam an 8 again, but it just seems low value, especially when you know this could be a trigger, could be a Kiku, could be a Perona. If it's Perona though, he most likely would just play it, and then yeah, it is actually Perona to stun our Noland. Can't even swing it anyways. And now we're just gonna pass. 2 Dawn up. He has 4 bodies, but we do have enough counter in hand currently for the split. He's gonna play the Luffy. I was a bit scared, but he doesn't actually have life to flip with it. Even if he did, I could stun the Luffy and then 3 key out of this, 2-1 out of the Perona swing, and 2-1 out of the leader swing, and then just take the Robin swing, since these are all most likely just going to be 7 swings. But right now, since he doesn't have life, the Robin is bigger than his Luffy, so we're just going to stun the Robin. Now the 7, we're going to 2-1, and then no matter what he swings, unless it's a 5, we don't have to counter it, since we have enough to get out of the 8. If he swings to 6-8, which I think he does, We do have 2-2 for the 8, so we're just going to take it and force him to go for it. Even though we know guaranteed we have enough counter to get out. There's the 8, and we have 2-2. And that's it. Feels good beating Nami for sure. This is one of our worst matchups, but Raigo definitely put in some work there. Removing that white beard was very, very good. I'm just going to swing at 18 for game. Very nice. We did find the NL. It was a little late though, so we couldn't actually play it out the turn that we wanted to. The Raigo definitely came in clutch. That's why we play both the tech cards. They both have their own scenarios that they're good into, and playing NL into Raigo is just perfect. You honestly probably win if you can do that play. Um, the only thing, like, you can play two NLs, but if you see both NLs, you're only gonna need one. I'd be very surprised if you need two. Where when you have NL and Raigo, you can play them both. So, yep, good game against Nami. I'm going on to the next one. Now we have a quick game into Goofy. This game is a little old, but I think it's pretty good. We're going first. We do always want to choose first. I don't remember if, yeah, we did actually choose first this game. They do open their double 2-drops like they always want. This matchup is a little worse, but I mean, they still cycled themselves, and they get a swing next turn, which is great. Just going to swing on 5 and play out the 3 cost here. I might actually pitch the upper yard. It's fine because I have wipers for next turn, and this can find me a 5 cost Kalgara, but it doesn't. We're just going to get to 2Ks here. Now, opponent's turn, normally they can curve into the, what is his name, Ivankov, and play another 2-drop. They could also play Crocodile here and swing maybe 6-6. Crocodile would be a better play for them, honestly, I think, since the extra 2-drop doesn't have as much value since we're just playing Wiper next turn and clearing them all. They could also play Galdino this turn, swing 5-6-6. That wouldn't be that bad either. So they can swing with the next turn, draw 2, and stun something. But yeah, we do have 2 Wipers, and Wiper is the best card in this matchup, since it will just win you the game outright almost. Killing all the 2-drops is so good. And also giving the board minus, letting you swing 6s into their 6Ks is also very, very nice. He's going to play a Galdino here, the other one, and he's going to swing probably 6-6-7. Planning on taking 2 of these swings, so we're just going to give him a 2K on the that swing. I should have gave him the Wiper there. Zeus can be better in the late games of late stages of this game, since it can pop 5 cost buggy. But here we're actually going to do this double Wiper play. If you played Ivankov 2, this would work, since it would pop his 4K Ivankov and his entire board. So you get a full board clear here. We can swing 6-6 with the Kalgaras, leader, and the character. It's a very good game. We already have him down to 2 life, and he only has 7 cards in hand before he draws here. We still have 2 life. We have 7 cards in hand, but our board is so much wider than his is. He is exactly nothing. He's going to play the Buggy Prisoner combo here and restand. He might swing an 8, or he could play a 2-drop and swing a 6. I do believe I should defend this swing here. Staying at 2 life is pretty fine, but definitely going to defend if it goes into the 3 cost. Now this turn, we can maybe swing a couple of times, hopefully bait a block from that prisoner, and if we do, we can wiper it and bring it down to 5k. I would have the leader effect first though, before using the heal. Normally you want to heal before using leader effect on the wiper, but in this scenario, since our top life is face up, we cannot do it. I actually do just swing a 6 here first and play out the wiper, since it does give me the Dawn. I am getting 3 extra Dawn every turn right now, which is going to be used for getting lots of pressure in. These Dawn that Wiper give are so important because it's just an extra card out of your hand for each one, basically. He's going to take this 6. Quite risky, I must say, since we have some more swings coming at him. I have not used any of the Wiper effects yet, so we're probably going to swing 7-7 here. I'll play the Nolan, give the Dawns now. I can give 1 to Wiper, 1 to the Kalgara, and 1 to the Kalgara. Should swing the Kalgara first, since the triggers, I don't think they have any, but there could be some blue triggers that would bottom deck my 3-drop or lower, or 4-drop or lower, where swinging the Kalgara first means that it won't be able to bottom the Wiper. 7, he gives us a 1, 1, and a 1. It's probably why he took the 6k swing, and he probably found a 2k on that. Now we already have down to 0. These Wipers giving all the Dawn around, just making him super pressured. Like I said, this is a fast game, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna have to go for lethal this turn. If not, he could try to get a couple more blockers, maybe a Galdino and maybe a Croc or another Buggy combo. But even with that, we could, if we kept the Zeus from before, but even without the Zeus, we have 6 bodies on our board, or 5 bodies in our leader, where I think it's just not, there's not enough math for him to even be able to get out of that. So yep, he starts off with a 7, and right now he doesn't have enough swings to even kill me. So he's gonna swing another 7 here. I should feel safe to take this. Yep, I do just, it is a brick, and our last life is a brick. He's gonna play this rush Luffy here, and rest a blocker, but he's only gonna swing 7/7, so we can just take and block or counter the last one. Save ourselves, and it's a pretty easy game. Wiper, especially this game, Wiper cooked him. We got 3 of them down, minus his board. Um, Normally, when the games go longer, or if you're going second, you can wiper their buggy combo, so you can swing 6s into their 4Ks, and that's always good. It's good to bait blocks too, especially if they have like 3 life up. Just swinging 5 pokes means if they block, you can immediately play that wiper and swing 6s into their prisoner. But yeah, good game, and that's all the games for today. Pretty fast, but we'll go to the outro. So that was the last game today. Sorry about the short video. Their games are pretty fast, so that's why. Against Nami, this Raigo helped a ton. Normally, we would like to play the NL on Tendon exactly, but once it gets a little later in the game, it starts getting a little slow, and sometimes we can't even play it or else we'll just die. So, Raigo definitely helped with that, clearing the new gate and letting us just push through. And it gets the Goofy. Wiper is always the MVP. He just does everything we want him to do, and including giving us more pressure. So that is it for today, and thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.